Alright, I'm going to show you how to remove borders or to fill the screen of YouTube or such, anything that's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Um, so if you have a video that's maybe like this records the screen in 4 by in 16 by 10 and YouTube is 16 by 9, we want to fill the border because it just looks better that way. So you recorded your video. You may have your borders, by the way, hard coded into your video. So if you do have that, you can go to the Play Store and download a app. At least I know this app supports it. Others may also, but Androvid Pro or Androvid, I believe, may support it. You will need to spend some money for this video. Not a lot, not a hell of a lot, but you'll need Power Director Pro, Power Director Pro, Power Director Mobile, whatever. You'll need that, and I will show you that. But right here, I have a video, and I'm going to show you what you do if you have borders like hard coded into your video, so they don't just, it's not just a different aspect ratio. It's actually part of the video. So right here, let's pretend has actual black borders built into the video, which it doesn't. But then if you have that issue, what you're going to want to do, if I can see from here, is you want to hit the crop option. Now cropping will basically allow you to have full control over getting rid of anything in the video that you don't want to see. So you can just drag this over there and wherever. You can also pull this up and down or wherever you want, and it will remove whatever black borders from your video file, and then from there you can do some editing, and it will help you in what I'm going to do in the next video editor, so that you don't have black borders covering up the border that I'm going to add to the background too. Because we're going to respect the aspect ratio and just have a border in the background by doubling the video. So I'm going to go here, and what I want to do with this, if I could actually remember, is that I'm going to want... what's wrong with this video that I need to bring it in here, because there's a reason. Oh, right. There's nothing wrong with it. I want to add a blurring effect. Unfortunately, the video editor I'm going to use is... I wish I could see from here. It doesn't have strong enough blur to do what I want to do, so I'm going to do it in this video editor instead. Is this effects? Yeah, so you want to go into effects, then you want to go to blur. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the blur all the fuck the way up. This is just a Minecraft gameplay. It's a crappy little Minecraft gameplay. And then, before you do anything, make sure that you go and you copy this video, because you're going to be replacing it when you do this. So I can find my gameplay here in the movies folder under game recordings, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this into the same folder just to make a second copy. And you can use any file manager you want. So it hasn't refreshed, but there is a gameplay. So we're going to hit the check mark. Now we need to process the video. So that's going to take a while, and it's basically going to apply that blur effect that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into another app, and I'm going to take that video, and I'm going to have that video as the background, and then I'm going to have the original gameplay is going to be the foreground, because I'm using Power Director, which supports layers. So I'm going to be right back, because this is going to take some time to process. Alright, so got this, I think that's running. I got this, this video is set. So this is going to be the secondary video that's used as a border. So it looks like that. It looks like a blurry mess, which is perfectly fine. Now we're just going to swipe that away. And we have some updates. YouTube is updating. So I'm going to pull up Power Director now. Whenever it wants to launch. Okay, so we're going to create a new project. And we're going to do 16 by 9. I will never touch the vertical video option. Vertical video's bad. Anyways, so now I'm going to go and we're going to add this as the actual main video. Alright, so we have that as the main video there. Okay, just making sure that I actually have the original video. And we're going to click on it, hit edit, and I want to mute this video because we don't want two of the same audio tracks playing at the same time, and they probably won't be sunk up exact. So we're going to do that. And what we're also going to do is we're going to hit the edit again, if I can, and we're going to go to crop. And with crop, we are going to use a pinch to zoom, if it'll ever work, and just kind of pull it in a little bit, but try to make sure that you have a good amount of color showing, but we want to fill the whole screen. So there's that. We have cropped it now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to now bring in another clip. We are going to hit back, and now there's this layers thing here. This your device has to support video layers, so that's why you do need Pro for that, the Pro version to pay. You hit video, so now we're going to create a video layer, and that's going to be the actual gameplay which you're going to watch. So let me go back, and we see here's the video that's layered over. I'm going to tap on it and then drag it. And for me, I like to drag it till it's almost filling. You can fill the whole screen, but I like to kind of give it a little room around there, and it actually looks really nice that way if you actually let it go the whole way around the border. So you have that, and if the volume's not loud enough, you can go into the edit volume and raise the volume. You can also do fade in, fade out for the audio, to make it a easier transition there. I'm gonna hit save just to make sure that if it crashes or something, I'm not screwed. And you want to go ahead, and I want to trim my video here. We want to set this up first, but I'm gonna want to trim it after I set that up. And I want to get to the part where I actually play the game. Okay, right there. And I'm going to tap on this video. I'm going to hit this knife. And then I'm going to tap on the layer and hit the knife again. So then I'm going to hit delete, like that. I'm going to tap on it, and again, we're going to hit delete. This one won't go back automatically, so we have to hold and drag that back. So you have to drag it all the way back to the beginning. And that I'm doing it this specific way. You have to do it that way to have everything sync up correctly, to make it look as nice as it will once you're done. And I'm going to hit save again. So that's basically that. You could also add text to it. Let me put it in full screen so you can see it easier. And it gives it that kind of look. You may want to come in and make the video a little bigger, so that it'll show up. It depends on what looks good to you. So in this case, I think I'm going to make the video fill up more of the screen, because I think it could use more screen real estate and look better. So I'm just going to drag it out a little bit there. And now we have that. And that will fill YouTube's video player and stuff. You could also, like I said, you could throw some text in the beginning, like can say what game it is or something. I'm gonna hit save again. So when you want to add text, you go to the layers option, you go to text, and then you can find whatever text you want. In my case, let's see. I'm going to use some of the text that I actually paid for. We have a slide pack, which is what I like for this type of thing. A little slow. All right. So now there's slide. Well, it says hide right, which I don't know why, but it does. So hide right looks like this. Okay. So you can customize it, and I can go ahead and throw that text on there, and then I can tap on it like that, and then we delete all this, and I'm going to write the name of the game, which is Minecraft PE. It says it right there, and I'm just going to put PE, not Pocket Edition, because that's too much. Okay, so then you choose the color of your font. You may want to try like maybe I could try green, like a darker green. And then what I can do is because you can't really see it very well, I'm gonna find a font that I see that's fitting, and I kind of think the one I used for my last video was good. There are a good amount of fonts here that you can go through. A lot of free. I don't think they charge for any of the fonts. Where the hell's the one I had before? Well, I had one. Trying to find it. Here it is. This one. So that should work fine. Then you can change the size of that. You can also go. And this is something I'm going to do, is make sure that you have like a border around it so that you can see it better. And then I can go in and create a shadow. So we can pull that in. I find that 0.5 is the best. Let's see about 0.0. That may help you see it better. So, but then again, it actually looks a little cluttered. So I'm going to go with 0.5. And we'll go back here. I'm going to raise the size of that border a little more. Just try to get it so it can be seen. And, you know, maybe get a little smaller. And then I think that's that for that part. And I just want to go here, and I want to change the positioning. So I'm going to put it like somewhere where you can see it. And then that's going to kind of just slide in when it starts and tell you what game it is and slide out. Okay, so here's that in full screen. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of the clip. Also, if you want, sometimes if the border actually blends into the image too much, you can actually select the video, go to edit, and do something like a color adjustment where you can lower the brightness, you know. So when you lower the brightness, it'll kind of differentiate a little better as a border, and you just get it right, you know. You change it until it really looks the way you want it to look. So that's a little too dark. Try to just make it a little bit darker than the actual thing. So this way it doesn't distract you or blend in too much. So that's a little thing to try to keep the focus on the actual video and not make the gameplay annoying. So now I'm just going to trim off the end. And that's that. Also, one thing in the settings you may want to check out, because I think there was an issue with this when I was trying to do this. something was there was a transition going on where things were kind of floating in. So I'm just going to show this default image effect pan and zoom. Disable that because I believe my video was like zooming in. Um, so it was an issue. So that's the only thing I believe that I care about from that really in the settings. So just wanted to show that. And now I believe that's basically it. Unless you want to add something at the end like, oh, thank you, subscribe, play with my nuts, or whatever, you know. And then basically you're going to hit save. I normally save as a 4K image file because YouTube will actually give you a better bit rate, even though it's not an actual 4K video. It will actually hand the viewer a better bit rate. So then you can go into the settings. I have mine set to better quality, which gives you a really large file and a really nice quality. And you can choose the storage location or the save location and the frame rate in 4K. If you have a 60 frame per second video, choose 1080p because it's not going to give you 60 frames per second in 4K. It'll only give you up to 30. But if you don't, then you can do 4K 30. So now that we've got that, you can choose the name of your project. I normally don't care because I have to write it in on the YouTube app. But whatever. Then you just hit produce. And then it's going to prepare. And I guess, what are you supposed to do while the thing's producing, Well, I got a solution for you. A little bit of this and a little bit of this. Thank you for watching.